Hello, I hope you guys have been doing well. I'm here to bring you another speed paint that I did of a piece of fan art of my favorite Barbie movie of all time, which I believe it's also a lot of people's favorite Barbie movie. It's Princess and Pauper. I wanted to do the girls sort of being like cozy together because, yeah, I believe the kind of relationship that they have is one of family members like being super close and spending a lot of waste time together, just living their best life together because, yeah, in the movie they say they want to celebrate life together. And yeah, so I wanted to represent that. I love both of them, so yeah, I'm not gonna bother you with my obsession, but yeah, I really like these girls, so I wanted to draw them for fun. It was also a very good practice. There were a lot of things that I wanted to improve upon with this particular piece, but also lately in my career I've been trying to improve in a bunch of areas. So for example, you'll see here that I drew like bodies in perspective, in difficult perspective. Yeah, you can see right now I'm trying to redraw the face of Annalise for the, I don't know, 10th time or something. I just redraw them so many times so that the perspective is correct, or as correct as I can make them, to make a super polished and technical drawing, or at least attempt. And here you can see that I'm spending a lot of time drawing hands, because hands and arms are two things that, in my opinion, I don't draw well enough. So I'm really trying here, even though, yeah, they did turn out a little bit too bony, and that's a bit weird, but I think I overdid it. But it's okay. Sometimes it gets like that. Some drawings we are going to do this way and overdo some things, and yeah, that's life. Another thing you can see is that I'm trying to draw a lot of folds, and I redraw the folds a bunch of time, especially because I had to stop drawing this for weeks and then pick it up again because I had freelance work to do, so I couldn't finish it. And in the meanwhile, I've practiced a lot drawing folds, and when I looked to this again, I realized that it wasn't up to my standards anymore, which is pretty frequent these days for me, that I draw something and I study a bit more, and the next week I don't like the drawing anymore because I'm improving very fast, thankfully, but it's also very stressful. I also wanted to include roses. In the movie, roses are like a big part of the imagery. I just did recently another drawing that I had to draw roses, and the roses looked terrible, so I was like, oh my god, I have to learn how to draw proper roses. So I wanted to include them here because it matches the theme of the fan art, and I also needed to improve on that, so yeah, I decided to include them as a detail. You can see here is when I picked it up again And I realized that I didn't like a bunch of things, so I changed the face of the girls and the folds, and I don't even know what more, but yeah, I think I also redid a little bit of the hands. So yeah, I'm always improving, thankfully. It's the learning curve right now. I think I'm beginning to be a little bit more professional with my illustrations. I didn't used to do that many illustrations, so yeah, it's natural that they get a little bit more professional as I work more on them. So yeah, I'm improving quite quickly. I just do a fairly simple background. It wasn't the focus of this painting, I just wanted to get the perspective right. I love drawings with complicated backgrounds, but yeah, not this one. Sometimes it's good not to do everything at once. It can be very stressful, so I didn't do that. Here I realized that I forgot a hand and an arm, so I put them in. And I'm coloring already. I don't have a lot to say about the coloring. As I mentioned in my previous video, I'm not very good at coloring, but for this drawing I think it was quite easy to make a cohesive color scheme, since one girl is blue and the other is pink, and everything else in the image is also blue or pink, so it was easy to harmonize. I tend to be in the middle of the saturation scale so that things are not too bright but not too muted, because I tend to do things more muted. So you can see like the background is pink and blue, so it was easy. I do a little bit of like simple cell shading, not too complicated either. It was quite a lot of fun to draw this. I think I was surprised that the colors looked so good, because yeah, just limiting your color scheme can make a really nice drawing, more than we tend to realize. The girls, they have a lot of transparent parts in their dresses, so I wanted to do the transparency with like a overlay layer, and I put a lot of sparkles because they have a lot of sparkles in their dresses, and I put a little bit more of detail because they are one of the first 3D movies, so yeah, their dresses are very complicated. Here I realized that roses, they have individual bits and I can't just draw one string for all of them, so I put a lot of strings there to represent each rose. and it was done. The girls, they are like twins, they look exactly the same, so it was also fun to try to make their faces look the same in different angles. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I hope you also enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you can comment to say what you thought of it, and you can also subscribe because I'll be uploading more videos, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.